We have special breaking news coverage of the protests happening right now in the Tampa Bay area after the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jamison Euler.
And I'm Wendy Ryan. Our live team of reporters spread out across the Bay Area right now. We begin with our Michael Paluska live in downtown Tampa. Michael, what are you experiencing out there right now?
Wendy, you can definitely tell the escalation of law enforcement out here in front of Franklin Manor here in downtown Tampa. More police are showing up in the riot gear with the non-lethal force, but as we have in front of us, Suzanne, she was in a peaceful protest on Sunday in front of MLK and 22nd. And please show our viewers your back. It's non-lethal force, but look at what this did. So Reed can zoom in there. So you were hit with 2 rounds, and
I think it was just one that just bounced, but I didn't realize until it was like bleeding down my back.
What does something like this do when you get hit and you have that type of damage? What does this do to your psyche about why you're out here?
So I was actually at Stoneman Douglas the day of the shooting. So I am a Parkland survivor. So this brings back my PTSD. And it's extremely hard to be out here and have the police inflict on me a feeling that I had during a school shooting, which tells you a lot about what they're doing, about how they make us feel. And it's just, it's unbelievable that a group of people that is supposed to work for the community instead is inflicting these kinds of sentiments on people like me, like black folks, like veterans, like everybody out here protesting, not just for George Floyd, but this is a problem much bigger. And
does you getting hit and other people getting hit and that type of violence and that force, does that even make you angrier knowing that you're out here protesting police brutality?
Definitely angry, but I would say more so disappointed. I would say scared. We kneeled in front of police officers to show them that we were peaceful, and they still shot at us. So it just makes you feel extremely betrayed by people who you never trusted anyway.
You've been in violent situations. I don't know where you were in Parkland, but you were at the school inside. What year were you? What grade?
I was a junior.
Okay, junior. A junior, so now you're through this. Your message for people watching tonight, what do you just tell people about what point needs to come across for our young generation?
I think they have to see that we're not giving up.
Are you scared right now knowing they're mobilizing?
I'm absolutely scared because this is exactly what happened on Sunday, and this is how I got shot. This is how we got tear gassed. And
all right, come with me over here. Come on over here. I don't want you to get hit again. Just step over here. All right, we're going to let you go. I want you to stay out of the line of sight, so thank you for your time, Suzanne. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, so that's one situation with Suzanne, and we are sort of in a bad spot. And so what I'm going to do now is try to figure out where we're safe and don't get hit with anything from police as they possibly clear this crowd. They are mobilizing. We'll give you a look. They're mobilizing. We're in a corner, but I am going to send it back to Jamison and Wendy so that we are not in a position where we're getting pushed in front with the protesters like this happened before. So Jamison, Wendy, we'll send it to you so we don't get hit with any of these rounds.
Absolutely. All right, Michael. Please, Michael, stay safe out there. Please stay safe. And now to the other side of the Bay Area where peaceful protesters have been marching for hours in St. Petersburg.
Our Haley Bull has been out there all day. Haley, what are you seeing out there right now?
Yeah, Jamison, Wendy, hundreds are marching tonight. You can hear the passion and emotion in their voices. Take a look at this crowd that made their way from the police department down Beach Drive and is continuing, it appears, back over to the police department. This protest has grown significantly tonight. I want to note it has remained peaceful. People are marching, they're chanting, they're demanding justice, expressing their anger with police and chanting for George Floyd. Again, this started back at the police station after they all laid down in the street for the amount of time George Floyd suffered. They then marched through Beach Drive. There, they all stopped and kneeled. Earlier on, they protested in front of the police department for hours. At one point, the mayor and police came outside having conversations with them and eventually taking a kneel. Protesters tell me they want to know police are with them. Police say they want to support these protests as long as they remain peaceful. We've spoken to protesters who say that's the goal. They want to keep this peaceful tonight, but certainly a powerful moment you can see as this crowd is making their voices heard throughout St. Petersburg streets tonight. We'll, of course, keep you updated. Live in St. Petersburg, Haley Bull, ABC Action News.
Haley, thank you. And hundreds of people turned out to a protest in Riverview. The Hillsborough County Sheriff also dropping by.
That's right. Our Ryan Smith is there. And Ryan, I understand you spoke to the sheriff tonight. Tell us about that.
Wendy and Jameson, that's right. First of all, I want to set the scene for the folks at home. We are standing directly in the middle of one of Hillsborough County's busiest intersections. That is where these protesters have come out here tonight to make their voice heard after the death last week of George Floyd. Take a look live tonight. This is Big Bend Road and US 301, where this group, they've condensed into like a smaller group. They're chanting, saying prayers, and really just sharing stories right now. Let's show you what it looked like a little earlier tonight. This group so far has remained peaceful. Plenty of chants and calls for justice in the aftermath of George Floyd's death. Tonight, the sheriff tells me his agency will allow this to continue until things go south, but so far, it appears people are remaining calm and safe.
They're angry, they're upset, so are we. So we wanted to provide them that safe environment, and we'll continue to do so as long as they protest peacefully.
And so far, all in all, tonight, these guys came out here earlier this afternoon, in the middle of the afternoon, and well into tonight, they continue their protests. But the sheriff, Chad Chronister, as you just heard him there moments ago, he says things have remained calm and peaceful. He's happy to see that there. They did shut down this intersection for folks at home who are familiar with it. Again, one of the busiest in the Tampa Bay area during the afternoon rush hour. He does suspect, I asked him when he's going to force people to leave here tonight. No word on that yet, but of course he says they will not be here in the morning time come morning commute. That's the latest live in Riverview tonight. Ryan Smith, ABC Action News.
Ryan, thank you. We have much more coverage coming up on ABC Action News at 11.
Download our free streaming news channel and stay tuned to our social media pages to see more live reports as they come in. We now return to our scheduled programming.